Hello everyone, welcome to Extra English TV, XET. My name is Shayu and I'm your instructor, your coach and your guide to mastering real American English. Today we are going to learn everything about the powerful force of nature, floods. We will learn the words, the causes, and how to stay safe. So what is a flood? A flood occurs when water overflows its normal boundaries and covers land that is typically dry. When a river has too much water, it overflows. This means the water goes over the banks of the river and into the streets or homes. First, let's master some essential vocabulary. These words will help you understand news reports and safety instructions in English. Our first word is floodplain. A floodplain is a flat area of land next to a river that is naturally likely to flood. Next is the verb inundate. To inundate means to cover or submerge an area completely with water. For example, the town was inundated. A similar word is submerge. To submerge means to go under the surface of the water. We can say the car is half submerged. The next word is runoff. Runoff is water from rain or melting snow that flows over the ground instead of soaking into the soil. When the ground is so full of water that it cannot absorb anymore, we say the ground is saturated. It is completely full. A levee is a wall or bank built to prevent a river from overflowing. It is also called a dike. It keeps the water in the river. A flash flood is a sudden and violent flood that happens very quickly, often without warning. It is very dangerous. Finally, to evacuate means to move away from a dangerous place to a safer location. Safety always comes first. Now let's look at why floods happen. There are four main causes we should discuss today. The leading cause is heavy rain. When rain falls faster than the ground can absorb it, the water starts to pool and rise. In cities, surfaces like concrete are impervious, which means water cannot soak through them. This creates a lot of surface runoff. The second cause is snowmelt. In the spring, when it gets warm quickly, large amounts of snow melt and flow into rivers all at once. Sometimes, chunks of ice block a river. This is called an ice jam. It causes the water to back up and overflow behind the ice. The third cause is a storm surge. During a hurricane, strong winds push ocean water onto the land, causing massive flooding at the coast. The fourth cause is infrastructure failure. This happens when a dam or a levee breaks, letting all the water out suddenly. Not all floods are the same. Experts categorize them by how fast they happen and where they occur. Slow onset floods develop gradually over days or weeks. They give people time to evacuate. But the water stays for a long time. Rapid onset floods happen much faster, usually within a day or two. There is less time to prepare for these. As we mentioned, flash floods are the most dangerous. They can happen in just minutes after heavy rain. Always move to high ground. Finally, coastal floods affect areas near the sea. They are caused by high tides, storms, or even tsunamis. Floods have a massive impact on our world. Let's look at some statistics and the human side of these events. Floods cause billions of dollars in damage every year. In 2023, the global loss was over $51 billion. The human toll is even greater. Floods can carry diseases and contaminate drinking water, affecting millions of people. Historically, the 1931 Yellow River flood in China was the deadliest, with millions of lives lost. It is a reminder of nature's power. In the United States, the Great Mississippi Flood of 1927 covered 16 million acres. It remains the most destructive river flood in U.S. history. This is the most important part of the lesson. How can you stay safe during a flood? Please listen carefully. First, know the alerts. A flood watch means a flood is possible. A flood warning means it is happening now. Take action. The most important rule, turn around, don't drown. Never drive or walk through floodwaters. You don't know how deep it is. Just 6 inches of moving water can knock you down. 12 inches can sweep away a car. It is much stronger than it looks. If water rises, seek higher ground. Go to the highest floor of a building or a hill. Do not stay in a basement. Avoid contact with floodwater. It is often contaminated with sewage or chemicals. It can also hide dangerous objects or holes. Always have an emergency kit. It should include water, food, a flashlight, and a radio. Being prepared can save your life. Stay informed by listening to local news. Communication is vital. Make sure you have a way to receive alerts even if the power goes out. After the flood, wait for officials to say it's safe to return home. Be careful of mold and damaged electrical wires in your house. Did you know that floods can sometimes be good for nature? Let's explore the environmental paradox of flooding. Historically, floods like those on the Nile River deposited silt, which is nutrient-rich soil. This made the land great for farming. Floods also help ecosystems. They trigger the growth of certain plants and provide breeding grounds for fish and birds. However, human-caused climate change is making floods more frequent and extreme. This disrupts the natural balance of our planet. We have covered a lot today. Let's do a quick review. Remember, a flood is an overflow of water. Runoff is water that flows over the ground. Saturated means the ground is full. A flash flood is very fast. And to evacuate means to leave for safety. A storm surge happens at the coast. To inundate and submerge mean to cover with water. Use these words in your next English conversation. The most important takeaway: stay safe and remember, turn around, don't drown. Thank you for joining me today on Xtra English TV. I'm Shayu, your American English guide. Don't forget to subscribe and keep practicing. I'll see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.